Once again, we cannot carry out the Most High's laws in the lands of our captivity. We have no authority. We cannot do this. But these wicked men, you can't tell them anything. They're above the law. They have their own law. They're doing their own thing. Everyone doing what they feel is right in their own eyes. And they're carrying out this wickedness. The Most High gave the Torah. I've said this over and over. We read it in Torah over and over. When you come into the land that I will give you, you will do this. When you come into the land that I will give you, you will do that. He kept telling us over and over, when you come into the land, the Torah was to be operated in the land. Not operated in the land of our captivity. You're serving your enemy. It never said we would take over the enemy. We're not supposed to take over the enemy. We just leave his land. When the time comes and it's time for them to come out of captivity, it happened time and time again. They got up and they left. Nothing miraculous happened. But we're in this last wicked, evil time. We're looking for something miraculous when we are wicked and defiled and disgusted in the eyes of the Most High and need to be cleansed from all the wickedness that's in us. We don't understand these simple principles. That we keep the Most High's Torah in the land. It was meant to be kept in the land. We're not even supposed to be in the land of our captivity. And now we're in the land of our captivity trying to carry out judgment on who we want to carry out judgment on. Leviticus 24:17. Whoever kills any man, again, murder. Whoever murders any man shall surely be put to death. So this is what they're seeing. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to, okay, we see someone kill someone. Someone murder someone. So let's put them to death. We can't do this. This was when we were in the land operating under our laws and our rules, under the Most High, no government over us. The only government that was over us is the government, is the power of the Most High. We're supposed to be a sovereign nation, a sovereign people, under the authority of the Most High and his Torah. Then we can operate. Then when there's a situation where the wife cheating on the husband and there's 2 to 3 witnesses, she's found in her mess, then they have the authority to put her to death, and no other nation can come in and change that. Babylon and these other countries, they don't know Most High's Torah. They don't live according to that. They have their own laws. Man-made laws that's contrary to the Most High's laws. And they are unfair. Let me say it. They are unfair. The Most High's laws fair, but their laws unfair. Proverbs 12:4. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. So, of course, the woman, it drove him to jealousy, and he ended up murdering her. He should have just left her. He should have just divorced her. We can't carry out these. Our people don't understand this. These leaders not teaching this. So when camp members kill, they don't have much to say about it. When Joy Morgan's body was missing, they didn't want to have much to say about it. What did they say? Well, let the police do the investigation. Everybody need to keep their mouth closed. When someone in my family is murdered, when someone in your family is murdered, when they see others get murdered, they have a lot to say. They don't say let the police do their investigation. We hear them speaking on and against the situation, giving their opinion. Whether it's truth or false, we just think we have to give our opinion. We're so mighty and great, people need to hear our opinion. No. Proverbs 6, these are the things the Most High hate. 16 through 19. These 6 things Yahuah hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, lying tongue, be truthful. Hands that shed innocent blood. Our people are swift to shed innocent blood. This man killing a 5 and a 5-year-old, no, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. No, the 3-year-old got away. The 5 and the 7-year-old. He murdered. Where are those ages? Let me get this right. A 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. And the 3-year-old got away. This man, in his eyes, did he not know that they had nothing to do with it? He shed innocent blood. The 5 and the 7-year-old were innocent. And if he found that 3-year-old, he would have killed the 3. Remember, he had one too many to drink. He'd been to the bar. So while he's at the bar drinking, rage building up inside of him, anger building up inside of him, the enemy was speaking to him. You need to kill her. That's who told him. You need to kill her. That's who G.O.D. is. So that news report, G.O.D., what he said, G.O.D. told me, that's probably the case. That probably happened. The Most High is not G.O.D., and he didn't tell him to do this. His hands shedded innocent blood. That's the thing the Most High hate. 1 John 3:11 and 12. For this is the message that you heard from the beginning. Here go the same message you heard from the beginning. We should go back to the beginning. That we should love one another. Huh? We should love one another? We shouldn't be murdering each other, killing each other? Not as Cain, who was of the wicked one. See, you of the wicked one when you murder the righteous and innocent. This what makes you a murderer. So Cain, of the wicked one. These men, these examples I'm giving you, they were the wicked one. Murdered his brother. And why did he murder him? Why is he murdering these little kids? Why? Why did he murder him? Because his works were evil and his brothers righteous. So the evil don't like. Light is against darkness. And darkness is against light. They will always be opponent to one another. And they will always be out against each other. And the two shall never agree. They should never walk together and agree. The third and final example, cult member. This is cult murder. We're talking about murder in the camp. All of these people that I'm showing, they're in camps. So that's why this message is murder in the camp. How is it we end up with murder in the camp? Cult murder of a little boy. He murdered a little boy. And woman results in 7 members charged with murder, including Pete Lucas Moses Jr. He called himself Moses. And this is him, the top left picture. This man was the leader. He was forming, he was doing what a lot of our people are doing. He was building a small community. And he started with these women here. Who are these women? These were women that he married. He married these women. They were living in his home. He was going in to these women. And they, according to scripture, they were his wives. He would teach on the Shabbat. They called him Lord, Master. They worshiped the ground he walked on. And he's supposed to be teaching them scripture and Torah. Pete Moses, you see here, picture with the others. This case come out of Durham, North Carolina. The body of a 5-year-old, the boy was 5 years old. Why did he murder this 5-year-old kid? Here's another innocent person, 5 years old. The story goes like this. The kids were playing. This 5-year-old kid, he was playing with some of the other kids, some of the other mothers' children. They are all living together in this one home, nice home. This guy had money, beautiful home, probably $200,000 home, huge home. I told you, these camp members, they got some money. All you have to do is you start a camp, you start raking in the money, tithes and offering. So he had some money here. So the kid was playing with the other kids. This story goes like this. This kid, I don't know if it was on purpose. He's 5. He's playing. He touched another kid on the butt. So the man said he has homosexual tendencies, kill him. Since he has homosexual tendencies, kill him? Did he commit a homosexual act? No, probably no. He's kids. Kids are not doing this unless the parents teaching them this. And surely they weren't teaching him this. So he called for one of the women to kill this little boy here. And they also killed a woman, Antoinette McCoy, 28. They found her in the backyard, partially buried. Now, you look into the story. He met this female, Antoinette McCoy. They was old friends, and he ended up messaging her on the internet. Be careful on the internet. Be careful meeting up with people. And she knew of him, and they rekindled an old flame. Okay. She was unmarried. He wanted to marry her. She saw his beautiful home, how he lived. He told her, watch this wickedness. He told her, remember, the Most High hates a lying tongue. He told her, all these women in my home, these are my family members. They're my aunts. These are my family. He's talking flesh and blood family. My aunts. He called them his aunts. As if they're family members. And she believed him. This was a lie. If he said, these are my wives and I'm going into them, this woman would have been out the door. But he never did this. But he wanted to marry her. She says yes, they're engaged. As time went on, she realized that this man, these are not his aunts. They're not blood family members. He found out he's going into them. They're married. So she wanted out. She wanted out. And that's when the problem came. This is when she tried to leave the home. I tell you what, some of our people, we're just dumbfounded. She left the home. Neighbors saw it. Neighbors saw her go chase her out, bring her back inside the home, and did nothing, said nothing. Could have saved her life. They brought her back inside. They killed her and they buried her body. This man is giving the orders to the others. Look at this. 7 people of a cult called the Black Hebrew Israelites. You see what they are doing? Look at what they are doing. The Black Hebrew Israelites, they ready to paint a picture on all of us now. They've already painted a picture. They have painted you and I as a cult, and possibly we will murder and dangerous. And you want to know why they put religious extremists on us, that label on us, when we are a different set of people we think differently. We're not of them. You see why we can't be telling people we're Black Hebrew Israelites? What is that? What is a Black Hebrew Israelite? That makes no sense. We don't know who we are. We still don't know who we are. And we calling ourselves, this is another title placed on us. And we gladly accepted this title. Black Hebrew Israelites. That's who we are. And the camp's still teaching they are Black Hebrew Israelites. And that's a lie. Hebrew doesn't even exist in the scriptures. It doesn't even exist. The Most High didn't call us Black Hebrew Israelites. You can't even find that in the scriptures. Why don't you look at us through the eyes of the Most High?